It's the People's Minister of Information, JR, on your girlfriend's favorite podcast, the Ministry of Information podcast. Today, our guest is Walt Liquor. He's the music supervisor for Tyler Perry Films. He is also the man behind the scenes of rappers like Mystic, Zion I, Planet Asia, and most importantly, he's the CEO behind Fairview MBA, Music Business Administration. What's up, Walt?
Hey, what's up, JR? How you doing, brother?
I'm good.
Always good to see you.
I've been knowing this man since the 7th grade.
Yep.
This man been DJing in middle school since the 7th grade. You know, this man got a long history, probably a longer history than anybody I ever been around in the music business. Well, Walt, thank you for coming on, man.
Man, anytime you call, bro, I'm there.
Tell the people, well, thank you for that.
Yeah, what's up?
Tell the people a little bit about how you got into this music thing and when did you start taking it serious? Because I remember you in junior high.
Right.
You was a DJ then, DJing the dances then.
Right.
How did it escalate?
You know, it's funny. You know, it's funny that we go so far back that you can actually tell that story. Because I tell people that story all the time, and people they don't really connect it. You know what I mean? Like, I was actually the only kid getting paid at that school from the school. I've been getting paid I figured out how to get money with music early. You know, because I was doing, like you said, I was doing our own dances. I was DJing all the little house parties in the neighborhood and all that type of stuff. They even had the little underage clubs. I was DJing at those before I could drive and all of that. So
I remember.
So I learned early, you know, how to deal with people. You know, I'm dealing with people's parents as a junior high student to get my little pay at the end of the night and all that kind of stuff. I started my first business back then. You know, my pops got me my first bank account when I was like 13. You know what I'm saying?
I remember all that because your pops was the firefighter.
That's right. My pops, he was a firefighter for Emeryville.
Right.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
remember
He
that.
used to come through. That's right, to the what was it, the career day type of trip. Yeah,
I remember.
you know, and they kept calling him back. Even when I was gone, he was still going. He used to go every year after I was gone. But
So basically the story is I had moved to Fremont for 1 year. For y'all that don't know, that's a suburb around Oakland.
Mm-hmm.
When I got to Fremont to the junior high school, this man was the man. I remember one dance in particular, or we had a few dances in particular, but he had a battle thing going with another DJ crew. You know, it was a small group of black students. We all hung together, and then the Filipino students had their DJ too. I believe his name was Basil. Shout out to him if you watch it.
That's what's up,
But it was like juice, man. We felt like you like pocketing them,
right.
and we behind Walt and Walt cutting it up, and then we got Basil over there cutting it up with his crew.
man, it was hip hop. It was just it was hip hop.
serious.
That's what we was. That was life.
Straight up.
I mean, it was. That's when all. I mean, we talking early '90s. You know what I'm saying? So that's the golden era. All the great stuff was coming out then from, you know, L.A. all the NWA, Cube, all of that. We had the conscious rap. We had all the X Clan. We had Ascari X locally. We had a lot of great local Bay Area music at that time. I used to not eat lunch, save my money. Do you remember Stop, Look, and Listen?
No, I don't.
There was a record store out there in Fremont by that BART station, right by the BART station. It was, but all the artists used to come through there. You know, Spice One, you know, Mac Dre, the Mac when he was around. You know, rest in peace to both of them brothers. You know, like a lot of great music came through there, and I used to go and save my lunch money and go buy a vinyl damn near every day. You know, as a DJ, because I was just into the music and I loved it that much. That was my thing.
And this was before digital. This is when you had milk cartons and you have
man.
a whole line of your partners behind you
Yeah.
holding the milk cartons.
That was it. That's how everybody got into the spot. Like
Right.
somebody hold a crate, somebody was holding a turntable, somebody had some speakers.
Right.
You know, and it was like that. That's how we mob deep. You know, now I stopped DJing because it was so much shit to carry around at one point. You know, until the Serato came, then I was like, oh, okay, cool. I can bring my briefcase because I'm done with all them crates. You know what I mean?
Right.
Now
So-
you seen these cats out here with the crate challenge,
So
breaking their neck.
When did it go from DJing house parties and cafeteria dances to really getting into music? Because the next time I saw you, we was in a house on like 40th. I remember you had like a studio on like 40th in North Oakland, and I just happened to come through there with some of my partners, and you was at the head of the spaceship.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But then what were you doing for Mystic, Zion I, Planet Asia?
Okay, so from the DJing, I went into, you know, I rhyme just like everybody else, but then I got into the production and, you know, engineering. Another trip about that time in Fremont, that's when Hammer was out there. Remember when Hammer was out there? So a friend of mine, their mom owned a restaurant that was attached to that studio complex where he was at. So we used to always try to go up there and see him drive by or something like that. You know what I mean? I mean, and this is the height of Hammer, right? Like, what was it? Can't touch this.
Right.
You know, Too Legit.
Right.
Like, you know, when it was moving, right? And he had the posse, 100 deep. You know what I'm saying? So, hanging out over there one day, I met one of the folks in his crew, a cat named One Cause. Had a group called One Cause, One Effect. Took me in, hollered at me like, you know, hey, what, you know, I see you. I was peeking my head in the studio, so took me around, introduced me to everybody in the spot. You know, hey, this dude, and it was like, yo, this dude here, you know, he's an engineer. That dude over there, you know, he's a bus driver. That cat's a lawyer. This dude's the manager. So all these folks got jobs in the business, and they're not artists. So you don't have to think that you can only be an artist to be in the music business. You know what I'm saying? So he gave me that gem at like 14, 15, and that's what kind of opened my mind up. You know what I mean? And that's why I've done pretty much damn near all of them jobs except security and be a lawyer at this point. You know what I'm saying? And that was real cool for him to do that. But that's what opened my mind up. And so I went from, you know, doing the DJ thing. So I had all the vinyl, had the records. So I got stuff to sample, saved up. You know, I'm DJing. So I'm 12 years old DJing. I'm saving up bread. Got a sampler. You know, because I've been learning how to do it. Got my own little sampler, got a 4-track, and then just start, you know, in my room recording, and that's how it started. You know what I'm saying? Then I get linked up with 1993. I know I'm dating myself, but in the 90s, this is what it was. Black Music Expo. Remember those? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Black Music Expo at Henry J. I come out here. Now I'm not from Oakland. My pops is from Oakland. I'm not from Oakland. You know what I'm saying? I grew up out in Fremont. Mom's from East Palo Alto, so I'm right in the middle, right? Mm-hmm. But I come out here, and then that's when I meet everybody. You know what I'm saying? I met everybody from the Journeymen and like all these other artists like Cytoplasm, all them cats that used to be over there on Telegraph. You know, met everybody at that event. Souls of Mischief was there. You know, we came out and we did our thing from where we was at, our area. And, you know, everybody embraced us, you know what I'm saying, because we was dope. So, you know what I'm saying? So
we was dope.
We was dope. So they was like, okay, we speak the same language, you know what I mean? And that was kind of my introduction to being out here with everybody, why you would see me out here. But I also was out here because my family was out here. You know what I'm saying? My grandma, that house you saw me in was my grandma's house at one point. You know what I'm saying? So I was out here all the time, and that's how I kind of mixed in like that.